Good evening, everybody. My name is Tarun Pratap Singh, and I'm a vice president in Hitachi Systems India Private Limited, and I'm heading the PCS team over there. So, this mic is working? Hello?
Check.
This is okay? Thanks. Yeah, thanks. So here I am discussing the topics NexGen authentication platform, and the slogan of this beyond password, the future seamless security. That is passwordless we are talking about. Everyone knows about the authentications. When the people are entering in any company, they need authentication. When they will go to the system, they need authentication. When they will access a file or data, they need authentication. Now, here we're talking about an extra layer or orchestration layer beyond the authentication. So, we are talking about a next-gen authentication platform. So, before starting my topic, I just want to describe about a Hitachi group over here. In the last 1 century, Hitachi is in the global market, and as you know that it has 368,300 employees globally, 835 companies, 100 countries, and in India we have 122 companies and almost 53,000 employees working in Pan India. Hitachi aim to help and support people's well-being and achieve sustainable future for them. And the area, the working of Hitachi is in 4 areas: digital system and services, green energy, connective industry, automobile system. The heart of all 4 areas is Lumada, which is advanced digital solution for Hitachi and connect each other, all the entities together. Now, I am a part of Hitachi Systems India. This is one of the subsidiary of Hitachi Group. And as you can see, the Hitachi Systems India Private focus on the cybersecurity practices, and the whole practices is divided in 4 pillars: IT infrastructure, cloud security, cybersecurity, and APM, that is application performance monitoring. Hitachi India services work in all the industries: BFSI for banking, a lot of solutions we deploy, manufacturing, education, healthcare, logistics, retail, public sector, IT and telecom. And for the numbering point of view, Hitachi has 10 plus offices in Pan India, 2,000 employees, 1,000 customers, 100 services. So as you know, Hitachi is a system integrator, but recently it is impaneled with a certain. Now we can do an audit for the companies and we provide the certificate. So previously we are doing a type 1 assessment, now we can do a type 3 assessment. Now, because my topic here is a next-gen authentication, so I want to connect in the topic. Hitachi has exclusive partnership with One Cosmos that provide the capability of next-gen authentication. So, before discussing the topic, I want to describe the problem statement of identity and password theft. So, the story started from the IDM. So, whole cyber practice have a lot of domain, 8 and 9 domain everyone has already worked. We are talking about a one domain, identity and access management. So, why the identity access management comes in a picture? The user, employee, customer want to access a data, want to enter in a company, want to access a website, want to access in a system. They need a security, authentication security, whereas IAM, identity and access management domains comes in a picture. So, if I am not strong, unauthorized user can access the data, the website, can enter your company. A lot of phishing attack, a lot of man-in-the-middle attack comes in the picture. Now, the IAM should be strong for the company. That is the first way. So, to be strong in a company, but IAM has multiple problem statement that we are describing here, and that is a solution is a NexGen authentication platform. The first is breaches due to 2FA password theft. So, you have seen that password story, that password started 65 years back, and last 2 decades we are working on the multi-factor authentication. And as you know, the passwords categorized in 3 categories, type 1, type 2 and type 3. So, the meant of that password is who you are, and you have, and you are. So, type 3 is you are, and type 2 is you know. That is a you know means that you already know that the OTP we receive in a mobile, and we put somewhere in the system, and the system is open. So, the breach is also done into a factor, like the hackers is bypass the 2FA authentication. Second is user identity spoofing. So, as we are working on 3 pillars: users, IAM and the data. When user entering, so user spoofing is required. That means other side, how do you confirm the user is a right user, want to interact the data, or is a synthetic identity. Third is a user privacy concern and control. So, as you know, when user access the data in a company, user itself provide their credential to the company, that is comes in a PII data. And we are discussing since morning about a PII data. So, the act is started 1974 by US, and I am very happy that the India also have a same practice, DPDP Act 2023. And but my initial journey started from the US, so I know about US Data Protection Act. They have created for corporate is a separate, and for government is a separate act. So, GLBA you have heard for the corporate sector, and veterinary affairs for the government sector, and HIPAA for the healthcare, and FISMA also is for corporate sector. Now, slightly that stories move, and we jump to the Canada, that they have created a new act, and that is New Zealand. Then jump to the Europe in 2016, they have started GDPR. On that time I was in Europe, so I have also complied for multiple company over there. And then last 5 years I am working for India, and then the DPDP is again started from here also in 2023. So, third is a password fatigue and user experience. When you enter in a company, how much time you will take to log in the system, to entering in an office, and in a lot of devices. If you calculate the time in a yearly basis, so it's a loss of money for the company. So, that is a user experience discount, because in these days, when you go any small shops, you just scan a QR code and you purchase the product. But the similar thing, if we apply while we entering in a company, just scan a code and the system should be open. That is the technology we are talking about later. PII management. So, if a company have 30,000, 40,000 users, it is hard to management of the PII data. So, this is also a problem statement. Mapping between real world identity and digital identity. So, real world identity, you know that we are talking about Aadhaar card is a good example, and our driving license. And the digital identity, everything inside a system, in a computer system, and converted to the digital identity. So, we required a mapping in between both the things. So, this is a problem statement. Why I am talking about a mapping, I will describe it next. one of the major problems. So these 6 are the problems. We have a solution right now. We'll describe a single solution. This is a major problem. User will authenticate and access the data. And if any incident happen, then we required a fraud detection or something. Then again forensic or whatever. These all 3 pillars working in silo. That is a major problem right now. Identity spoofing, user authentication, and the fraud detection. So this is one of the problem. Then we can resolve in the next PPTs. So this is 2 problem statement I've told you. This is the third one, account takeover, MFA bypass. I have heard in the morning someone is telling about this. Suppose you are purchasing something, you have a scanner and you purchase something from the small shops, and someone clone your SIM, and suddenly what happened, you are thinking that my laptop is my mobile is not working, and the same number is still is ringing. Someone clone your SIM, install the application, and purchasing a lot of things. So this is happened, like recently attacks I have mentioned also. MFA fatigue, again that push notification bombing in a system, you are feeling tiring and you just click one yes and the whole world is of the hackers. Third is obtain OTP. If someone knows your OTP, can enter in your system, this is a phishing. So this is, again we have a solution, we will discuss in next 2 slides. Now, all the problems we can resolve in a one place, that is one Cosmos. We have a solution for this. Employees and the data. Data is maybe the workforce, government, agencies, citizen. Now, what one Cosmos is doing is providing a single platform, orchestration platform beyond the authentication. So it is a top layer beyond the authentication and clubbing everything which I have shown in the last slide. We have 3 pillars, clubbing everything. It's providing verified identity, it's doing. Identity based authentication is doing, and it also take care of the privacy, because it is working on the blockchain technology, and everyone knows about these days blockchain is working on the cryptography and the PKI standard. So is working in a scattered ladders. No one can have access of this data. This is I have divided the password journey. In the left side, password based authentication, right hand side, passwordless authentication. So I am talking about a 65-year back story of the password. Initially we use a password, then OTP, then magic link, push to app, and then PKI. And then the journey started from the passwordless, pass key, cryptography technology, biometric, voice, fingerprinting, verified face. So it is important for us the user verification, who you are. So you itself a password for the organization. So there is a trust built between the employee and the customer, because user afraid my personal information should not be theft. Company will take care. Company will think about this user. It is actually the user in the other side, it's the right user. So passwordless authentication is required for the company. So this one Cosmos product provide all these features that will describe further as in a demo we have seen. The solution, easy, secure, identity based passwordless access. So one Cosmos provide convenient passwordless MFA, any device anywhere. That means remotely we can access on the VPN device. UX enterprise wide, that means we can use one password for everything. Certified live biometrics, that means there is a guideline in a market. NIST provide a guidelines. IBETA provide a guideline. ISO provide a guideline. There are a lot of certification. FIDO is providing a guidelines for authentication. So that product is certified. That's why we mention certified live biometric, that is IBETA. Significantly reduce cyber risk. So it is providing a security. It's the next layer orchestration of the authentication. That's why cyber risk is reduced. Now is a demo. Legacy support work with a VPN passwordless. How it is work? It's like that you scan and the system is open, like a QR code, quick response code. I think you will just scan in a system. So this is a Zscaler, as I think you heard. This is providing two types of solutions in a market for VPN access. It's an advanced VPN, we say. And to log in a device, we use one Cosmos, just a QR code in the system. So there is an application called is Block ID. Will install in the mobile devices, and itself Block ID application open by the facial recognition. And after that, so it's like a biometric. The password is who you are. Even you open an application in your mobile and then scan the code, and the system is open. So it's very like in the last time you can open a multiple application. Even for one system you can have only one QR code. Again, easy, secure, identity based passwordless access to the shared workstation. So we are talking about these days there is multiple companies working for each other. A team is sitting in your organization for a particular client, and he want mobile should not be allowed in their OMCs on their environment. That should be secure. What to do? There are 3 systems only in this OMC, and multiple people need to work in this OMC. What to do? So this is a solution. You just have a single key, biometric key pod. You will connect with the system, and multiple user can work in a single system. This is a showcase I have shown scalable interoperable passwordless approach for workers who are dynamically assigned a workspace, because multiple people working in a shift, and this key you just need to install. So one key for one workstation, and multiple people can work in OMCs. So this is a demo. I just want to show you. Yeah. Is on. So multiple people on a single workstation can work. Again, one more demo. I just want to show you login with just user face live ID. Login. So about a product line, because Block ID is an application we install in the mobile device where we can scan and open the system. So this is work in a 3 phases: verify, workforce, and the customer. Why we need a passwordless? I have mentioned security, productivity, and saving. We already discussed this slide. So this is like how this one Cosmos is work. Enrollment, we can use existing account, corporate and government issue card. And authentication, these are the options we can use for authentication. So for identity verification, we can use this option. Government issued card, like a KYC is working, DigiYatra is working like that. So actually this product is built like this kind of situation. If you work in a company like a DigiYatra, everything is digitized, then we can install this. It is integrated with the ID, government access, single sign-on, privilege access. So this is because single sign-on is working in all the environment in an organization, but this is a one layer up, scanning the code. This is platform certifications. This is use cases we have mentioned, we already discussed this one. And this is a success story. We have implemented for Rockwell automation for 29,000 employees. This is for Vodafone, we have deployed this one. For Kotak Mahindra, we have deployed this one. Recent Gartner research you can see here, and the guide if you want to through further in details. So thank you all for giving me a chance to describe these things.